Hi Sag, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your monthly general tarot reading for the month of March 2021. And I do want to take this moment to remind you, as always, like this video, leave me a comment, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And don't forget that little notification bell. Now, when meditating on your energy overall for the month, the message that came through was nothing like being rewarded. Nothing like being rewarded for all your hard work, Sagittarius. But we're going to start off by pulling a couple messages from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Keep in mind, general reading for the sign of Sagittarius, all placements, so take what resonates and do leave what doesn't for somebody else. For our lovely Sages, to begin this monthly general reading for March 2021. Thank you, Spirit, for Sag. Interesting. What else do we have for Sag? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, that was feisty. Ooh. Sorry, startled me. All right, we have a good amount. Let's see what we have. All right, so they want me to read these two first. Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. So I feel like it's a month, my friend, where even though you're getting rewarded by the universe, by Spirit, for all that you've been through, all that you've done, all the hard work recently, however that pertains to you, they're saying it's a good month to get in the mindset of giving back, to helping others. And I think that'll kind of not only instill even more good karma coming back your way, but will just simply get you into this gratitude kind of mindset where you're sending out that high vibration to the universe, where nothing but blessings and opportunities come back to you. As a result, that came up in Aries reading that I just did. But anyways, Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. You might feel like you're in between certain things, whether you had to end a job or a job ended and you're waiting for a new one, so you're in between that, or it feels like you're in between one world and the next, as you're sort of closing a cycle and starting a new. It just might feel like you, or it could be anything really. Could be you ending a relationship and waiting for the next one, or sort of ready for the next one. Do you know what I mean? But either way, it just feels like you need to embrace this in-between stage where there's a lot to learn, there's a lot of growing, maybe even rediscovering yourself, because you're changing, you're growing, and maybe trying to look at your world, your situation from a different perspective within this in-between stage, now that there are certain people and situations that are no longer right by your side. Which, keep in mind, was purposeful, because everybody and everything needs to continue evolving, including you, my friend. Let's see what else we have. Wow. Elephant Spirit, learn from the past. And Chameleon Spirit, act as if. It feels like, Sag, you have done your fair share of revisiting the past recently, have you not? It's been a habit of yours that you've been trying to work on for a while. But at the end of the day, what they're saying is just learn from it. You know, it doesn't mean you have to revisit it again this month, even though you probably will in some way, shape, or form. But they're saying utilize what you've been through, utilize the ups and downs and your mistakes that you that you're not proud of, you know, and other people's mistakes that you witnessed as well. Utilize it all to learn, to grow, to become a better version of you, to make better choices moving forward that you can feel more proud of. Nobody's perfect. Nobody expects you to be, okay? Because at the end of the day, what they're saying is act as if. If throughout the month you're feeling a little iffy, or if you're feeling a little uneasy because something's making you feel vulnerable, or you sort of just simply miss somebody or a situation, or you're afraid of what's to come, act as if, my friend. I'm not saying put up any sort of facade and be fake, but just sort of fake it until you make it. I feel like there's a lot of people who do rely on you, Sag, for your strength, for your courage, for your determination, to be an example in some way, shape, or form. And so I think this is a month where you'll truly realize that. And excuse me, am I getting a little emotional, a little choked up? I just think you'll realize this month that putting on a strong face will not only help you at the end of the day, but will benefit others in a huge way. whether you realize it or not. Damn. Cat spirit, claim your independence, and horse spirit, freedom is yours. Regardless of who's around you or your situation, I feel like recently you've been feeling very trapped, very limited. And a lot of it, being honest, Sag, has been your own habits. But you're working on it, aren't you? And it feels like it's all to sort of establishing a sense of freedom in your life in one way, shape, or form. And maybe there are other situations or the people who have been making you feel restricted. But for the majority of you, it's your own habits. And so this is a month where you're regaining that sense of freedom, that sense of independence, feeling like I can do things independently. I can achieve my own sense of independence and success, but still welcome people in, still trust people to help out and not correct them when they help. I don't know who that was for. Interesting. It's a month where you sort of regain the sense of freedom and excitement in your life, and you kind of let your hair down, regardless of whether you have hair, a long hair or not. That's what I'm seeing from this horse card. You just kind of letting your hair down and being like, I'm going to go with the flow more. Things are going to just start to work out for me. I like that. Let's continue by pulling 6 tarot cards, a simple 6-card spread, if you will. It's a hefty beginning for our lovely Sages to continue this March reading. Okay. We're going to pull the last 2 from the top of the deck. You might find it's very easy for you this month to express how you feel as the cards come out. You may be inclined to send a lot of messages to a specific person who you are not as close with these days, or they may come in from somebody else and it may not be the person you were hoping for to receive messages from. But either way, there's going to be a lot of, I feel, text messages going back and not forth. It feels like mainly just back one way. So just keep that in mind, however that pertains to you. Roles can be reversed and energy is fluid. Either way, it does feel like a month where things will be moving quite quickly, as well as this is now coming through as your thoughts racing. Now, I think you're going to be doing a little bit better of a job this month of making sure these thoughts are more present, but still some work to do. Meditation can definitely help, Sag, when you're trying to simplify, quiet your mind a bit. Page of Wands to start. So you begin the month of March feeling a little bit on edge. You know, you might get this surge, this rush of energy that comes over you. You are a fire sign, and yeah, I mean, it is to be expected from time to time, but to begin this month, you might be feeling a little bit anxious, a little bit like you're kind of trying to get out excess energy or balance a lot, maybe stressing about your future a little bit. Being side by side with the chameleon spirit, remember, act as if they are saying, don't let it show. Especially don't let your enemies see it. I don't know who that was for, but yeah, never let your enemies see you struggle. But at the end of the day, what they're saying is, once again, there are people who depend on you and will be looking to you for support and for guidance, to sort of see your strength when going through maybe difficult times, or just seeing your strength in general. I think you will truly inspire a lot of people to begin the month because you are so strong. The Magician card. So you make your way to the middle of the first half of the month, and it feels like you are doing what you can to manifest your maybe a new life or just a new situation. You might be trying to manifest a new situation in general, whether it's a new job, a new friendship, new relationship. It feels like for a lot of you, you've been working towards something or working a job that just doesn't pay you enough or isn't rewarding in the way you would like it to be, right? And at the end of the day, what they're saying is you're manifesting your own rewards. You know, this came up in another reading. It was more weekly, I think, and not for you. But it's like you may be receiving certain rewards this month, certain gifts from the universe in different forms, and people looking in might be like, well, what the hell did Sag do to deserve that? And they are kind of, at the end of the day, it's like Spirit in the universe has been witnessing what you've been going through, the hard work you've been putting in, and the fact that you're now feeling more positive, more optimistic, and your mindset is allowing you to co-create with Spirit to manifest what you desire, to manifest some of these rewards coming in. Who cares what other people say, right? You've been through it, Sag, and at the end of the day, it is a time, it's a period where as long as you make sure you are doing what you can mentally to keep things positive and optimistic and healthy, possibilities are endless for you. You can literally create, manifest whatever you desire into your physical reality. And then the Ace of Wands. And so you make your way to wrap up the first half of the month and you're feeling very intuitive, feeling like you have a chance at a fresh start. Maybe just simply overthinking at this point about a certain somebody or a certain situation. Don't let this be about the past, though. Your brain is your strongest tool, is what they're saying. Your brain is your strongest tool. And when you allow yourself to overthink, it ends up being a dangerous tool. When you allow yourself to have control over your mind, or simply not allow yourself to drift to a negative mental funk, you are a truly, truly powerful being who can once again manifest whatever you desire. You're going to be living proof of that this month. But anyways, we're moving right along to the Seven of Pentacles. And so you make your way to start the second half of the month, and it feels like you're just simply working on your craft, working on your job. You may not be feeling amazing about it, but you're doing what you need to. You're fulfilling your obligations at the end of the day. It might be that while you are working, while you're plugging away, you're sort of thinking a little bit too much about what you've been through. So at this point, you might drift to the past a little bit. But they're also saying that when it comes to your work, when it comes to what you've done, even if this is just a moment where you're overthinking everything while you're working and you can't keep your mind focused on your work, learn from it, grow from it, my friend. You are a much more knowledgeable individual, a much more knowledgeable, stronger version of Sag these days because of what life has put you through, the good and the bad. And also feels like while you're plugging away, you're going to be thinking about when you were a bit anxious, a bit on edge in the beginning of the week, and it's going to be kind of hard for you to, you'll be sort of asking yourself at this point in the month, well, why was I like that? What caused that? Who caused that? Was it me? And so these important questions will be key to you making adjustments moving forward to eliminate this feeling, or minimize it moving forward, to make the best of all of the rewards coming in for you. Get it, Sag? And so Three of Swords. And you make your way to the middle of the second half of the month, and for whatever reason, you're feeling a bit emotional, feeling like you've been through a lot. Spirit's saying you have, and we've been there with you, but it again makes you stronger. And you focusing on certain heartbreaks or certain difficulties in this light will not help. And at this point, it might be kind of difficult for those, maybe a situation where your emotions are resurfacing if you haven't dealt with them in the past. You can't push them to the side or push them down and expect them never to resurface. This is Spirit and the universe's way of saying you're moving towards brighter days. You're moving towards healthier days for yourself, more rewarding times, a more rewarding chapter, if you will. So we need you to kind of sort through this emotional baggage or, whatever it is for you, so you can patch up that wound the best you can to move forward in a healthy manner. But being aligned with the Magician card, they're saying, keep in mind when this does occur, that possibilities are endless once again for you because you're doing what's right for you. You are, you don't give up. Your hard work and your determination is what has led you to these rewards, the success, these bits and pieces of abundance you'll be getting throughout this month. So let that carry you through. Let that give you the sense of, allow that to give you that boost to kind of dig for that inner strength within around this middle of the second half of the month. You'll get through it. But then you finish off the end of the month with the Five of Pentacles. And there's a feeling of lack that comes over you towards the end of the month for whatever reason. Maybe it's because you feel like you're missing somebody. Maybe it's because there's a sense of regret as well. And they're saying, let it go, whether it's regret or you not feeling great about your choices financially in the past or with your job or with somebody, let it go. Again, nobody expects you to be perfect, and all you can do is learn from what you've been through. And remember, everything happens for a reason. Everything is the way it is for a reason at the end of the day. Being aligned with the Ace of Wands, they're saying, again, your mind is your strongest tool, my friend. And at this point in the month, when you are allowing it to get you into this mental funk, which we've talked about in your readings in the past, when you allow it when you allow for your thoughts to get to the point where you feel the sense of lack, when you feel like you don't have enough abundance, when you're in the middle of a month where you're being truly rewarded in so many ways by the universe, in so many different forms of abundance, it just, again, reiterates the power of your mind and you utilizing it to the best of your advantage moving forward. Trusting your intuition about your future as well. Let's wrap up this beautiful reading by pulling a message or two from the Small Star Seeds deck for our lovely Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have? All right, we have surrender. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in the present moment. Yeah, you're being reminded to stay present, my friend, and to surrender to spirit, to the universe, to your destined path and how things are meant to unravel and evolve as you move forward. Inner worlds. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world. Absolutely. Keeping a huge reminder this month that what goes on up here, what you think about, what you focus on, creates your external reality. So keep that in mind. So on that note, Sag, I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope you have the most amazing month, and I'll see you next time. Bye.